The views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the policy or position of ONTV's management, staff, or board of directors.
Alrighty, we got it.
Let's try this
Alright.
again. See if we can get our guest in here
I
tonight.
know, right?
We can do this. It's another episode of
Talking Nude.
Sitting back in our kimono robes,
Talking Nude.
watching Karate Kid 2 with Mr. Miyagi. Bullshit, man.
Talking Nude.
Wouldn't it be awesome if everybody could just be like Adam and Eve and just be,
Talking Nude.
oh yeah, like a phone sex operator sitting back in the middle of a bacon cockroaches.
Talking Nude.
Yeah,
You're so silly.
talking nude.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of
Talking Nude, where we talk uncensored, uncut, unedited about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Why? Because that's just how we roll here. It's just our thing. It's just what we do, right, babe?
Yes, it is.
So I'm sitting here I'm Jason, by the way. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm one of the hosts on the show Talking Nude. I am Jason, and this is my beautiful wife.
Mrs. Kathy A.
Yes. So how was your weekend?
It was good. You took me out on a great dinner date on Saturday night too.
Did I? Where did we go? I forgot.
Texas Roadhouse in Orion, Michigan.
It was a lot of fun.
It was so good.
I got
It was
nice
so
and lit.
good. I had a great big margarita with some ribs and a steak and some steamed vegetables.
And before we even go any further with this story, you slurped down that margarita
yes,
faster.
I did.
She was like, it's just all ice. And I'm thinking that it really was all ice and there was no liquor, but no, she just slurped that fucker down. I turned around and it was gone.
Yes, it was totally.
But yeah, we got a special guest tonight and we're going to bring her in shortly. But we just wanted to, make sure that everyone's doing well out there and, in this beautiful world that we're going through right now. It's almost towards the end of the year. Can you believe that?
Yes, it is. And we're
It's
going to be doing,
flying.
I think, 2 more episodes before
Yeah.
the year is up.
I think we are one or two more episodes. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Um,
I know we got one
or
next.
at least one.
Yeah.
At least one, maybe. Yeah, one. At least 1 or 2.
Yep, I think we got one next week, and then we might be off for a little while because I'm doing a video production course.
Yeah, so the
I'm pretty
podcast
excited.
will be on pause. But
pretty
Jason's
excited.
going to be getting highly educated. He's
I
going to
am.
be taking a couple of classes.
I had to put the golf clap in there, But I'm excited about it, And the thing is, I was only planning on taking the video production course, but she's like, you might as well take up everything and just soak up all the knowledge.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Especially
know what?
while it's cheap and while
I like
it's there.
you're right. I
And
like
it's
you're
close
right.
to home. Like, come on. Like, why wouldn't you?
But yeah, we're doing video production, and then on-field training, and then also there's gonna be video editing, I believe. They're gonna
And those are all up his alley.
right up my alley. Like I
Not
was.
my alley, though. I am. You know what's so funny is that me and Jason both have artistic, ways, but they're
We
just in
do.
different ways.
We do.
Like, Jason's very, he can write and read really well. Like, seriously. Like, he can write music. He's very animated, funny character, voices and animated.
And you actually can
and
sing
then-
too. Like you don't think you can, but you actually can sing.
No.
You were singing here with karaoke when they were doing karaoke in the green screen room with Pam. Remember?
Yeah.
She was singing country. She was like the only chick in there singing country songs, except for
What did I do? Did I do,
was it like Carrie Underwood or something?
I don't know what I did.
Or Miranda Lambert. It was Miranda Lambert, I think.
I think it was, I Feel a Sin Coming On.
I think it was. I know it was on YouTube because we pay for the little DVD. You know what I'm saying? Which
Jason
actually,
thinks I can sing, but I don't
think
think
she
I
can. You should try. Sing right now. Put you on the spot.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Jason, you are so silly.
I know. I put you on the spot and then I just
Okay. Let me see.
live on Talking Nude, my wife singing.
I haven't sung. Okay, so I sing all the time at the salon.
You really do.
I really do. It's
You should
true.
totally just sing.
That is true.
Yes.
Okay. I feel a sin coming on. I feel the right that's about to go wrong. I got a shiver down to the bone. I feel a sin coming on.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. So we have a special guest tonight,
Yippee!
and
I
we
love her. I follow her on Instagram just like Jason does. She
You
is a
do.
horror movie fanatic, just like Jason is.
Yes, and when we did, so we tried to do the first part of the interview last time, and we were still learning the Zoom. We're still kind of, trying to figure it out because, like, during COVID,
Having
everyone,
technical difficulties.
yeah, everyone's been
sometimes.
trying to figure out Zoom. I need to just sit at home with a tutorial and be like, how the fuck do you do Zoom? So that way I can do everything on Zoom. Hence why I'm taking the video production course, because I'm like, I wouldn't even say I'm in the middle level as far as video editing. I'm like definitely still learning. So once I learn the little technical aspects of things, I think I'm gonna be smooth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just I gotta get smooth right now. I'm just kind of like a little rough around the edges, but I can smooth it out real
Yes,
quick.
you can.
I
Yes,
could
you can.
smooth it out.
Alrighty, honey.
So our guest
Let's
tonight
get ready
should be coming in any minute.
to
Um,
rumble.
yeah. She is a horror movie enthusiast. She has a blog online, and she also does a lot of movie reviews all over the place. She went to, I believe, a Netflix premiere party. She's on the West Coast and got to hang out with a lot of people that were doing the television shows like Stranger Things and whatnot. And she also went, last time we were talking, if I remember, we got interrupted when the Zoom cut off. We were talking about haunted
top
attractions.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
too. And
and-
top 10 movies.
Yep, and the haunted attraction, she went to a clown, wasn't it like a hotel that was like
Yeah,
a clown
I
graveyard
think
or something?
Yeah, that was haunted or something like that.
Yes. So without any further ado, we're looking for Cody Loves Horror to come in any minute now. Let's see if
Via Zoom.
it works here, y'all. So just bear with us as we
Now you got that song in my head.
I'm gonna.
You do.
And we actually got the program manager in here. Shout out to Joey doing his thing over here, relaxing. He's got the real cool fleece jacket. I need to get one of those in the future. That looks pretty dope. Like, it's pretty fresh. Get like a little Kango that says ONTV on it, with a gold chain, bling it out, popping the collars. That's what we do here in ONTV. We pop collars.
You pop collars.
We do. And my collars are pretty small. Like back in the day, in the 70s, you used to have the butterfly collars. So when you pop collars, you really pop collars for real. Them fuckers were huge. You remember the, well, I mean, you were
No.
born in the 80s, so you don't remember the 70s.
I was born in 82.
So she totally missed the baggy pants and the because they were really baggy back then, but they were bell bottoms. They were different. They weren't like the hip hop like
Honey,
baggy
I remember
pants.
those jeans. They were like Jinko jeans or some it was some
Jingo.
store.
Yeah,
It was some
Jingo.
store that sold them. I wish I liked those pants because my friend
Yeah.
Laura used to wear a pair of those. You forget I'm only 8 years younger than you.
I do
honey.
forget that, but I'm thinking the 70s. I'm like, she's right there with me. Like, nope,
Hey, no.
I'm the old fuck in the building. It's like, it's some bullshit. She always reminds me, too, like, we'll be having a conversation. She'll be like, yeah, you're 48, and I just love that you're an older man, and you're 48. And I'm like, in the mind, my like, fuck. Every time she says 48, another gray hair pops in my hair. It's just like, I look at the fucking mirror, it's like, bing, 48. Fuck.
We're silly.
But yeah, we're waiting for Cody Loves Horror to come in. We're telling her to come in. We're waiting on the Zoom for her. I'm really hoping. It says participants 1. For some reason, I don't see anything. But we're hoping that she comes in. We're still going to keep it going, man. Let's see. The end of the year is coming up.
Yes, it is.
It is hard to believe that we're almost at the end of 2023. And I watched a couple movies yesterday when I passed out and had pumpkin pie and whipped cream.
What movies were those?
I watched The Strangers 2, Pray the Night, and Strangers. Crazy ass
Then
movies.
how did the TV end up on? How did you? Yeah, there she.
There
was.
she is. Yes.
How did you end up with the Addams Family on in the living room when I came home?
So what had happened? Oh my God, we can see her.
Hello?
Can you see us?
I can see you guys. Can
Okay.
you see me? It's so
Yep,
We can see you.
we can see you.
Yeah. So we were talking about. Kathy had asked me how did
I end up in the bedroom last night and then had the Addams Family on the living room? But you say you watched 2 movies. Like, how the hell did that happen?
Let's get a mic check on you. Talk, Cody. Speak up. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. There we go. And then does it show so she could see us? You can see us. Cool. We're live. We find. Yes. Hold up. We need,
We're actually
we need a golf
like-
clap here.
we've worked out our technical difficulties.
We got it. All right. So.
Okay.
So what happened was I bought an apple pie for Kathy, and I had pumpkin pie for me. So she was at work the other night, and I decided to open up the pie and just started putting whipped cream all over the whole pie. And I watched The Strangers Pray the Night, and then I watched Strangers.
And then left the TV on in the living room and then ended up in the bedroom. I have no idea how that happened.
So what happened is
But-
I think when I ate the pie and the whipped cream, I had a sugar crash, and instantly. So I put it on Adam's Family because why not? And then I went into the bedroom and just passed out for like 10
Oh,
hours.
is that what happened?
So yeah.
Yippee! Our guest
So
is in
our
the house
guest-
tonight.
Yes. How you been, man? I'm so glad we finally got you back on here.
Introduce yourself, my
Yes,
dear.
please.
Hi, everybody. My name's CODY FURHMAN, also known as CODY Loves Horror on Instagram.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. So when we were talking last time before the Zoom got cut, we were talking about 10 different. What was it? It was a haunted attractions, and what was the other
Yes,
one?
the
dear?
haunted and their top 10 favorite horror movies of all time.
Yes, that's exactly right. So let's start off with your 10 favorite horror movies.
Wait, that's what we were talking about last time? Was my 10 favorite horror movies?
Yeah, that was the last question before our Zoom cut off.
Yeah. And the crazy thing
I'm
is,
not prepared. I'm not prepared for this. Wait. Hold on. I have to.
that's what's great about talking nude is because
Um,
you talk spontaneous, is right off the top.
Or even top, you know what? From on the top of your head, what would be your, just give me one.
I mean, so this is debatable because I did like the top most iconic horror movies of all time with Sledgehammer Horror.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe I just talked to you after that or before that.
Yeah.
My number one was The Sixth Sense, which might not even really be a horror movie.
Great movie.
great movie. Actually, me and Jason just watched that recently, and it was my very first time ever seeing that movie.
Which blows
I
my
thought it
mind.
was so great. Like, that ending just had me totally blown. I loved that.
It blew my
I
mind. that
loved
you've
the
never
whole
seen it.
movie. It was such a, I loved it. I loved it.
It just blew my mind that you've never seen it. Like up until that night, I put it on, and you were like, "What is this? I've heard about this movie." And I'm like, "Yep, that's Bruce Willis. This is a M. Night Shyamalan movie."
But what would it be considered, Cody?
I mean, I think that it's considered. I think it's a psychological thriller and
Yes.
a horror movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the vein of like The Shining, but less gory.
Yeah.
It's not as gory as The Shining was, because
Right.
gory was, like The Shining was just
Very
all
gory.
over the top and just very great, very film. What's the word I want to say? It was filmed very great. I love the visuals. But as far as like The Sixth Sense, it was more like you said, psychological. It was kind of like Saw minus all the gutting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was because Saw is like one
Yeah.
of the most clever films that I've seen in a long time, with the exception of Doctor
Right,
Sleep,
that's
which
true.
was the sequel to The Shining.
That's true.
I
That is
found my list that I did for them. So hold on, let me just see.
Okay.
So this is not in an order.
Okay.
Oh, no problem.
And this is a lot I mean, at least a few of these are gateway horror.
Okay.
This is going to be the worst list as somebody who likes really I don't think, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Of course. Fuck yeah, you can fucking curse.
Like,
Yes.
fucked up
Fucking
movies.
cuss.
This is
Yes.
gonna seem like such a lame list. Okay, not in any order. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's a great one.
Great one.
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense. Coraline.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Us.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Midsummer.
Haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't. I have
It's
not.
good.
It's really
Is
good.
it?
Okay.
Really good. Yeah.
Wow.
It's good. Have you seen Hereditary?
I have. I think Kathy, you watched it with me, wasn't
I
it?
think so.
The girl from The Sixth Sense was in it.
Yeah.
The mom. The
Yep.
mom of
Oh,
the
Yep.
mom of the little boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Hereditary, this is again not going to be that popular for saying this, but I didn't think that Hereditary was that amazing. I thought it was good,
Yeah.
but there was also so much hype that may have actually ruined it.
That's
for
true
me.
because a lot of times they'll
Oh,
do
I
that
thought
with
that about
movies.
the new It. I thought that about the new It.
Yeah, she didn't
where
like the new It,
new
chapter
It
2.
wasn't like
Yeah.
that. It was promoted and thrown in your face, like promoted, thrown in your face, kind of, and then hyped up, and then I kind of felt like, kind of dull.
Well, a lot of your horror movies too, if I can add here, is they're either good or middle or they're just terrible. And sometimes you put too much in a movie if you make it too splashy, too colorful, too art, like just too much. It's like for example, if you've ever seen the Batman movies back in the day, right? What was the one that Joel Schumacher did that almost destroyed the franchise?
I have no idea.
It was the one with Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. It was Batman
was the
Forever. It was Batman Forever. He
Oh,
almost
okay.
ruined the franchise by because he made it too like colorful, too splashy. If you read anyone on this podcast listens to or watched a movie or comic or anything to do with Batman, Gotham City was dark. It was very dark. So when Tim Burton did it and did, not to switch the gears a little bit, but to give you an idea, when Tim Burton did the first Batman and he did Batman Returns and he wanted to do a third one, his vision of Gotham City was like this just really ominous, dark, crime was everywhere and no one could stop it. And then
Isn't that what Gotham City is, though?
yes, but Joel Shoemaker made this because he also made Dick Tracy with Warren Beatty and Madonna, and it was a terrible movie.
I remember
It was
that.
very colorful, too yellow. There was just too much yellow in it. Warren Beatty sucks. No offense. He was good back in the day, but I didn't like him as Dick Tracy. The only thing good about that movie to me was Al Pacino as Pruneface, if that's who it was, if I
That's
remember
true.
correctly. But if you think about your horror movies now, they're they're either like just really good unexpectedly, or they're like in the middle, or they just suck. Like if you look at Halloween, what was Halloween Ends? I didn't like it.
Have you seen any of the Halloweens?
Oh yeah, I've seen all of them, and Halloween Ends was so bad.
It was disappointing.
That's what Jason said.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I just think that it could have ended better.
Well,
I think the one which Halloween did we watch when he was in the basement and they thought that they burned him?
that was great. Halloween Kills was fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I think that they should have ended it there and called it a day.
Well, so here's
and
the
left
thing.
it alone.
This is what I think happened.
That was a great ending. Like he was in the basement, they
Yeah.
lit him on fire. It should have been done.
That would have been a good
It
ending.
should have been done.
That would have been a good ending,
That
but
would've been
unfortunately, they were
great.
trying to make a trilogy out of it again, like they're
know,
doing with
but-
the Scream.
Cody, do you find with those movies, like
Mhm.
Halloween movies, which one out of those movies would be your favorite, and which ending was the best for you?
Oh, I know my answer.
I think the original is my favorite, but I really loved Halloween Kills.
Yeah,
I thought
that was
great.
excellent.
I
That was
agree.
And I agree
excellent.
with you. I think that it should have ended.
Right there.
should have
I
Well-
mean,
ended, yeah.
I would have been completely satisfied with the whole series after that.
I would
totally
have to say my
satisfied.
answer would be I really liked the original, but I loved Halloween too because it took place predominantly in the hospital through the whole movie. And he was just butchering everyone in the hospital. Like, I mean, he was just cutting
Yeah,
through people
that's
left and
true.
right. And when you saw the Rob Zombie version, not to take away from his version, I loved his
I like
first
the little
take on
kid
it.
version.
but
the
I didn't
little
like-
kid
I
version.
loved that one also.
Yeah, I love
but
that
I
little
didn't.
kid version.
I didn't like the second take on it as much because it made the hospital a dream sequence. So for me, it took me out of that atmosphere because I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go in the hospital. He's about to just start just going on a hellraiser, right, on a rampage. And instead, it was just like it was a dream, and then it woke up in the current, and I'm just like, no.
But I
now-
liked the little kid version because it
Yes,
gave you
I do-
like
I
the
do.
mind of why and
Yep.
how he became and why he started wearing the mask. I thought
Yeah.
that was so
It was a good twist on the
brilliantly
story.
done. And plus, I love Rob Zombie. I think he's so amazingly creepy. I love him though. Like he's
We've seen him perform with Marilyn
so great.
Manson at DTE. And
yeah, it was
that-
so great.
the Access
Rob
to Evil
Zombie
tour.
is so. He always opens it up with like a movie, like
Mhm.
a movie that's coming out that he's always doing. It's always some.
Yeah, when he was doing
he
the last
always
movie,
gives like
Three from Hell.
plays the film
Mhm,
1st.
Yep.
And it's always really gory. It
Yep.
keeps you on your toes, right? And then he comes out and does his opening, It's so great.
Yeah, they showed
He
the
is awesome.
preview to Three
And
from
very
Hell.
theatrical, very creepy theatrical. He's so great. I just love
Marilyn
him.
was good too, but you could tell that he wasn't really moving around on the stage as much as Rob Zombie was.
No,
Rob
Rob
was
Zombie
fucking
is-
everywhere.
yeah,
He was just
Rob
like
Zombie.
1 minute he was on the front of the stage, and he's over here, and then he's over there by
He
the
was great.
guitarist.
Rob
Like
Zombie was
I
excellent.
think he jumped in the crowd too, in the front stage, the front part of it, like in the pit, if I remember correctly.
Oh, wow.
But now with the Halloween, what did it for me? Okay, and no disrespect to Jamie Lee Curtis, for her catalog, she's a phenomenal actress. But I think, and this is just an opinion, I could be wrong,
I wish they both.
but
would've
I
died
think
in
she
that.
did the contract saying the only way I'm going to do this is if you allow this character to somehow
Survive.
evolve and survive.
I would have been like, if they would both
Now-
would have died together, and they would have been like,
Yes.
okay, I can see that one. That would have been a better ending.
And there was actually two places where that could have happened. The first one was when she was drinking and she was like writing the story, right? And then the camera panned over because Michael was like, not Michael, but okay, no problem. But basically in the movie, Michael was he was stalking Jamie Lee Curtis, but it wasn't Michael. It was that kid, Corey.
Oh.
And there was a part. So basically, you didn't miss nothing. We're basically talking about how Corey was, as Michael, and he was stalking her in the house, or if it's Michael, it was one of them. And she was sitting there typing the book or writing the book, her memoirs. And as she was doing it, she went to take a drink, and then she had a gun, right? And then you heard the gunshot. Now, what I would have done if I was the director to get to totally fuck everyone's head up is have that camera pan over out the frame, right? And you hear the gunshot right afterwards, and then blood drop, or maybe her hand drop on the floor, and the movie ends. That would have been the fucking ending of all endings. I would have been like, "We're not worthy," Wayne's World to Jamie Lee Curtis, because that would have been like the shit. But then at the end, they had another opportunity. They tried to make him like this, he strap him on the car. They're gonna take him to the junkyard and smash him and blow his body up or whatever. And then you got at the last minute when Jamie tried to grab Michael and push him through the baler, he could have grabbed her and pulled her with him. There was two opportunities they wasted. Because when they called it Halloween Ends, they should have just called it Hollywood Ends Halloween. Because I was so. The only thing I liked about the movie, there was two things I liked about it. I liked when the kid fell off the thing because he was being an asshole to Corey, and he opened that door and his head split open like an egg. I love that. And I love when that dude's tongue got cut off by Corey on the record and was skipping.
Player.
I was like, that's creative. Who thought of
So,
that?
Cody, I want to go back over. Remember, you said you went to a haunted house or haunted? What was it?
It was a clown graveyard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the clown motel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about that
as
as
graveyard behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about that.
What did I tell you guys last time?
Oh, God.
I remember you said something about one of the rooms that you went into.
Yeah.
You were talking about the room and how the room changed, and it was like you were telling us the history of it and something to do with wasn't it to do with the clerk or the receptionist or something?
Yeah. Okay. So you want me to just tell the story?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why not?
Okay. So I was with two friends that were in town from New York and Arizona, and we all met first in Virginia City, Nevada, which is in northern Nevada. And we were there for 2 nights, and we 2 nights, or I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Then we all drove to the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada, and this place is so haunted. I go into haunted places a lot, I would say, and I think that the place that I work is haunted, and this was one of the most uncomfortable I've ever felt. Like as soon as I walked into our room, I felt like I desperately needed to leave. I was so freaked out. And this does
Wow.
not happen to me often. I'm not somebody who gets all these weird feelings all the time. And so essentially we rented the two most haunted rooms. One of them is supposed to be, we rented the first most haunted room and the second most haunted room. So I got there after them and they were at dinner. I wasn't hungry. I was like, I'm just going to shower and, I'll meet you guys back here. But I went into that room by myself and I had to leave. I couldn't stay in there.
Wow.
So I went into the lobby and I started talking to the manager, and I talked to him for probably an hour while they were at dinner. It was either that or I was going to sit in my car. So he was telling me about this hotel. It's filled with thousands and thousands of clowns. The original owner, the original owner was obsessed with clowns, built it, and they built it to honor their father's obsession with clowns, I guess. And so the manager was actually telling me that it's sort of like a poltergeist situation. Did
Oh,
you
wow.
guys see the poltergeist?
Mhm. Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
So essentially, there was this big graveyard, and they moved some of the headstones and bodies just like over to the back of the hotel to make way for the hotel.
Hmm.
What actually happened, and most people don't know this, it's basically nowhere online. A lot of the bodies didn't actually get moved.
Oh.
So the graveyard is there right next to the motel, but supposedly a lot of the bodies are still under the motel itself.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
So the most haunted room that we went in and investigated, I went in there after I showered to just grab my stuff, and I laid a bunch of my equipment on the table, and my spirit box turned on, my flashlight turned on, like all my equipment just kept going.
Mhm.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
That's never happened to me either. I've never had stuff just turn on and start going, but it was so crazy. I turned my spirit box off, started to leave. I was like, I'm not doing this right now. I was by myself. They were upstairs napping in the second most haunted room. And so I kept trying to leave, and then my spirit box would turn on and it started saying words.
Wow.
So I grabbed it and I propped open the door, and they had some tables outside of the doors of this motel. It's like a classic motel, open, um,
Wow.
outdoor sort of. And so I grabbed a table and I sat in the doorway, but outside of the room because I was too afraid to be
Right.
there by myself and there by myself. And I just wrote down a bunch of the words. And one of the words that they said, it was a boy's name. I forget what it is now, but it was the name of a boy whose headstone is in the cemetery. So that was
Mm.
weird.
So they were
Yeah, most
communicating to you.
definitely. Wow.
They
Definitely.
they were definitely
Yeah,
letting you know they were there.
Oh yeah, that was super active. And the story about that room is that supposedly a little boy poltergeist actually haunts that room. So
Wow.
Mm.
I didn't even know this until I didn't really do much research. I kind of wanted to go in blind and just see what happened. But so that was odd. The fact that a little boy poltergeist haunts the room, they said the name, it matched up with a name in the graveyard. That was really weird. And then the other, did I tell you guys about the front desk manager or
You started
what
to,
Yeah.
but you didn't get to finish it.
So the front desk manager, the old front desk manager, he was an elderly gentleman who'd worked at the hotel for a long time, and he started to have a heart attack. He didn't really know he was having a heart attack. So he went into that room to, I think it's 108,
Hmm.
to lay down, and he was trying to call for help. He was trying to call the front desk for help, see if anybody was there in the office. Nobody was answering. And then he called his sister. His sister sent an ambulance. He basically passed away in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
Oh
And
wow.
according to the hotel, they didn't receive any calls. They didn't, he says that he was trying to call the office to alert somebody that he needed help, and they said that they never got any calls. And people think that it's also his spirit that haunts the room, but that the boy was trying to prank him in the sense that he thought it would be funny if the call didn't go through or whatever, but
Mm.
maybe he took the prank too far.
Ah.
Wow.
I don't think the boy killed him
No.
necessarily. I do think it was a condition, a heart
Yeah.
condition. But so that room was really scary, and it was a Pennywise themed room too.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I
that was
love
scary.
the original It.
Well,
The
at least you can
original.
say you experienced that.
I love the original It too. Speaking of Pennywise, because that to me, Tim Curry was just awesome as Pennywise, and then you didn't have to have all the CGI like you do in a lot of the movies now.
That's true.
You could allude to it. You know what I mean? Like you could fill in the blanks yourself with your imagination. It's like when you read a book. What I love about reading a book is you can envision the characters, you can envision the setting, the atmosphere, everything, right? Whereas in a movie, it's set out for you. So it's different. And then with the CGI, it kind of takes away from it because it does a little bit too much. But when I saw
That's
Pennywise, I was like a little terrified a little bit at first because I was like, he basically preyed on whatever your fear was, and he was like a Freddy Krueger, really. You know what I mean? The entity. They're actually doing a show. What is it called? Welcome to Derry. That's coming on HBO. Have you been following that at all?
I have not. No, tell me about it.
So I don't know the whole thing, but I know HBO Max is working on a series that's going to be called Welcome to Derry, and it basically is kind of like the origin of everything, like how the evil and how everything permeated and took over the town, and probably how Pennywise became. I'm guessing.
wow.
Yeah, and then they're also
People
doing
are gonna like that.
and they're doing a Friday the 13th one, but because they can't use the name Friday the 13th, I think they're calling it Crystal Lake, and
Wow.
that's coming on Peacock. Have you followed that at all?
I've heard about that one.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of skeptical because anything that goes like onto a streaming platform, sometimes it's kind of hit or miss.
No, I like the ones that go on streaming platforms
Mm.
because I feel like
The new Chucky was
there
good.
are those movies that everybody always underrates, but then they're really, really great. It's
Yeah.
like they may be a little bit more lower budget, you can tell,
Yeah.
but the writing or the directing is so great versus just because it didn't make it like mainstream story doesn't mean
Right.
like so many other people wouldn't like it. I
Well, you know
love the
the
ones that
writing.
come on. I do. I love the ones that come out on the
I do
apps.
too. No, I do too. I feel like a perfect example of that is the last Insidious movie, which I thought was
I haven't seen it yet. I just seen it popped on
Jason said that
HBO. I'm gonna have to see
Jason
it.
wanted to watch it. Yep.
Yep, I'm gonna have to see that. I watched the new Nun though.
I liked The Nun.
That was Kathy hasn't seen it yet. I think she saw you saw the first
First
one,
one. I
with me,
saw
didn't
the
you?
first one.
The second one, first few seconds, I was like in. As soon as I saw the first scene, I'm like, wow, okay, I'm in. What about the new Exorcist? Did you watch that yet?
I have not yet. I was having an issue
Okay.
on the TV in my bedroom getting it's on Max,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I was having an issue signing in through YouTube TV, and
Okay.
I'm kind of like I desperately want to see it. I'm going to see it in the
Yeah.
next,
I want to
definitely in the
see it, but I'm skeptical on that because uh, it looks like it has a lot of jump
Well,
scares in it.
you might as. It's not even. Is it really being skeptical or
Yeah,
it
skeptical
just?
because for me, horror movies are very special to me. Like if you're
But
gonna,
when you watch all of them, just because just to say you watched them all.
not really, not really, because the only reason I watched all the Jasons and Freddys because I was invested from the beginning. Exorcist, I'm not gonna lie, not every single one blew my mind. Like
I've
if
never thought Exorcist
like
movies
the
were
first
that
one was
great.
good.
They're good. They're like C's to me. They're like a
Yeah,
C. They're always like a C to me.
I
They're
like
never that
yeah,
great.
I don't think they're in
yeah.
either.
The
You
first
know.
one creeped me out. I remember seeing that in the theater, the director's cut, and then I saw the original as a kid. But I remember because it was like back then they had like a cable channel called It, I believe it was called, ironically, and we used to watch it on there. And then I actually seen the director's cut years later when it came out. It was like the 20th anniversary or something. And they showed the extra scene where Linda Blair's like head twisted and she like crawled down the steps like a spider. I was like, whoa.
Okay, I got a question. For actually both of you, if you could be a horror movie character, what would you be?
Ooh.
Which one would you be?
Hmm. Damn, that's good.
I don't know. It just popped in my head for some reason.
Wait, a villain or a character?
It could be either. Like
Either, like,
yeah,
yeah, either.
like whoever you envision that you'd like to be
If you were in a horror movie,
in a horror movie.
would you want to be the killer, or would you want to be the person being killed, or a bystander, or?
That's such a great question, though.
I mean, I would want to be the final girl.
Okay.
probably.
Oh,
That's
great.
That's a good answer.
That is. Do you want to be the one that survives or the one that gets gutted last?
No, survives. If I had to be one person from a horror movie who's really badass, it would be Sharni Vincent from You're Next. Is that how you say her name?
It might be
Yeah.
the Australian actress, right? Wasn't she Australian?
Yes.
Yep. That's a great movie too.
She's in the Blue Crush sequel that I had to watch with my daughter because my daughter is obsessed with Blue Crush. And then I realized that there was a sequel.
Blue Crush, the surfing movie that Kate Bosworth was in, right?
Yes. And there's a sequel that I didn't know about that she's in. Yeah, Sharni Vincent.
Okay.
You've seen that movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the first one I seen. I
Yeah,
didn't
mean,
see the
she's
second one.
She's a badass in that movie.
Oh,
If
she
I could
kicked
be
ass.
anyone in a horror movie, it would probably be her.
And I love the twist because you didn't see it coming that she was a survivalist and the guy didn't think that. So the son that was setting everything up that wanted to inherit the money and all that and live happily ever after, run off in the sunset, didn't realize that his girlfriend was a survivalist and she was about to fuck everybody up. So
wow.
so he basically he didn't see it coming and she started beating his ass basically. I was like, damn. Now,
What would you want to be?
oh my God.
I would want to be Freddy.
You know what?
I would want to be Freddy
Ooh.
because I can come into people in their dreams.
So that would be an easy answer. I was thinking that possibly
Because it's
but
just
honestly,
they're unconscious and you're not really gutting them like physically. He just comes and gives them the worst nightmare ever and they just die.
you know how
You
like,
know?
and this is ironic because like you know how much I love like Friday the 13th, right? But
Yes.
if I was to say like what villain I'd want to be, it would have to be Anthony from Silence of the Lambs when he was Hannibal Lecter, right? Wasn't he Dr. Hannibal Lecter?
Was-
Because he was so brilliant. Yeah, he was fucking crazy. But the dude was brilliant. The shit that he really, in his tortured mind, he really thought what he was doing was rational. Like, the whole time when you're
That's
watching
true.
Silence of the Lambs and he's talking to Jodie Foster and he's like trying to analyze her
Is that
dreams
movie
about the
considered
sheep.
Is that movie considered horror? Silence of the Lambs?
Psychological
Yeah,
horror,
yeah,
psychological,
I think
definitely,
so.
definitely
Oh,
horror,
okay.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do.
And I liked the fact that he was really at first he was seeming trying to help her, but then as you watch the movie, you start to realize he had ulterior motives. That he really was just trying to help her because he wanted to get out and do his thing. And remember at the end when he's on the phone and he was like fucking with her and like, yeah, Clarice, and he had his little hat on and shit, and he was just in another country, and it ended the movie, and I was like, whoa, what the hell just happened? And then he did what he did with he impersonated the guard and like, basically got out the mental asylum that way. Like he took his body and put it on him, his skin and everything. And yeah, that shit was,
What really makes a horror movie horror movie? Is it violence? Is it gore, bloody, or is it suspense, or because it like makes you jump, makes you scared?
that's a good question. What do
I
you
think
think?
it's their filmmakers' aim is to scare the audience. It's a horror movie.
Yes.
Because
Okay, that's a good
so
answer.
there's so many subgenres now. I mean, you can almost call anything that's scary a horror movie.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
So as long as it makes you scared, that's horror.
I would say it's,
Yeah, I think it's because if I think of horror, I think of scare the bejesus out of ya. That's the whole
Yeah.
point, is to get you to be that scared.
I would think it's the going on with what you're saying. It's the directors and the writer, the screenwriter. It's their interpretation to get you in this world and immerse you in it. So, like for example, when you watch The Cell with Jennifer Lopez, which is a very underrated movie, that movie was a psychological thriller that was crazy as hell.
I've never seen it.
Really?
The
Yeah.
Cell?
The
Yeah.
Cell. Yep, it's Jennifer
With
Lopez and Vincent D'Onofrio is in it, and he's a criminal. And I don't want to spoil it, but basically it's called The Cell, and it was an
I
old
remember seeing the
movie.
commercials for that. I
Yep.
remember seeing posters.
It
for
was
that
around
in
the
movie
time.
theater.
It was around the time she did that movie with George Clooney, where she played an FBI agent going after him and his compadre that was robbing and killing people. Oh my God, Out of Sight, I think it was called. Out of Sight was the movie she did with George Clooney, and it was around the
Really?
same time because she had done The Money Train with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson around that time as well. She was just still kind of starting out, but she had done The Cell, and I want to say The Cell was before The Money Train and Out of Sight, but it was, man. And it's like when you get in that world, like for example, have you seen Doctor Sleep, the sequel to The Shining?
Yeah, I
That
love
was
Doc-
excellent.
Great
that
movie,
was excellent.
right?
love-
And what I loved about it, not only were you able to go back into that world, especially at the end when they had the revisit of the hotel, the Overlook, but also I loved how it had this deeper meaning where we all as kids, we have this innate gift. We have this shining, this gift, whatever it might be, intuition, empath, whatever it might be, right? But as we get older, it starts to dull because of social media,
This is true.
because
That's
of
very true,
TV,
though.
because of world things. It's like they totally forget, like you said that one night, you forget your dreams, you forget everything that you want to do as a kid as
Yeah.
you get older. Because as an adult, all they say is adult.
It's your
Credits-
imagination.
Yes, your imagination.
But I do like in horror films though how they take like it's always movies with little kids who like are seeing like spirits and stuff like that. You know, they use little kids to scare us adults, like to get us to jump in horror movies. You know, you ever notice that sometimes? Like they'll use like a little kid and it'd be like a little kid's like head spinning all around and it's like freaking out us adults.
Yeah.
Or a baby that's coming out with a knife is gonna hack you. You know, like they're using little kids to scare adults in horror films.
Well, there was a movie.
Is it like a thing where, like, it's like they're basically bringing like the kids fantasizing about killing their parents or something like that? You know, it's crazy.
There was a movie that you had actually referred me to watch. I remember when we first started chatting on Instagram, The Barbarian, and I saw that movie and I fucking loved it from beginning to end. I don't know if you've seen it with me yet, but
you talked about. I
it
remember how
was-
you said that. You're like, oh my god.
it was a spectacular film, and what I love the most about it, I'm not gonna spoil it because you're gonna have to watch it with me, but it was set in like Hamtramck or Highland Park in like Detroit somewhere, and it was an Airbnb. This woman goes to this Airbnb. There's already a guy there, and then from that point on, it just kind of goes sideways, but you think something and then it's not something. But then at the end of the movie, it just keeps going. Like it could have just kept going as the credits were rolling. I'm like, what's going on? Where's the character going? Like, you know what I mean? It was so yes, thank you for that referral. And also, I know you did one as well. I remember you said Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
I loved Five Nights
I
at
did
Freddy's.
too. Yes.
Which one was that?
That was the one with the robots that were in that arcade, and the guy from Scream that played Stu was in it.
Oh, I that was okay.
I liked it
I know he did. He did. We watched it together, but
because I didn't picture who the killer was until the end. Like at first, I thought it was the obvious person that was
I
friends
like
with
how
the
the girl
guy.
could talk to the.
But then at
could
the
talk to
end, when they
robot
had the twist,
spirits.
I started putting two and two together. I'm like, oh, so her father is, and then I was like,
Oh,
oh,
you thought it was her? Like
yeah.
the cop that
yes, because she was too nice and she knew too much about what was going on. You know what I mean? So they didn't let you know that until the end when they kind of dropped it, like
Yep.
this was my father and blah blah blah. And then I was like, oh my god, who's the other only guy that was in the movie? Like, spoiler alert, fucking Stu from Scream. Like, yes, I loved it.
I loved that one. I watched 107 horror movies this year so far, but I still have
Wow.
107.
Wow.
What's it say?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 more to watch.
Wow.
107.
Oh,
I've watched 107. I
Uh-huh.
have 12 more to watch. And then I've watched 19 non-horror movies and
that is a
Five
whole lot of patience.
What got you? So I have to ask, and I might have asked last time, but I want to refresh for everyone on the show. What really got you into it? Like as a kid, like what was it about horror movies and psychological like thrillers that you just were hooked?
I've always been into scary things from the time that I was really little.
Okay.
So I have a lot of family who believe in ghosts. So that was always part of my family life growing up,
Okay.
talking about ghosts and supernatural experiences. And I, I think I liked the feeling of, I started to like the feeling of being scared through that.
Yeah.
And just expanded from there. So I would go to, I loved going to haunted houses growing up and watching horror movies and just anything scary. But I really do think that started with my extended family's interest in paranormal. I think
Okay.
that's really,
So overall, do you just like being scared?
yeah, I do like being scared.
Because that can be an addiction too.
It can be, yeah.
I think
Like how people have adrenaline, like
Mhm.
like adrenaline junkies and stuff like that. That could be the same thing with horror movies or anything.
that's true.
Because think about that. That's like a rush.
I
That
think
is a
Yeah.
rush.
when I was young, I think for me
Completely.
with the scary movies, huh? I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
like to I like to feel scared, but in a safe space.
Yes.
That's
I
a great way
agree.
of putting it.
Dangerous.
Well, I
Right.
don't know because when I saw, oh my God, what did I watch? Oh, The Strangers. What I loved about The Strangers, it was based on true stories about the Charles Manson murders, and also there was some Airbnb
Teddy
home
Cabin?
invasions. Yes, Cuddy Cabin. Yep.
Eddie Cabin
Yes,
also.
and they were based on true stories, basically. And
Wow.
what I loved about it is there was no motive why they did it. It was just these people dressed up, and they just it was like you said, it was a thrill for them, and
A rush.
they liked killing people. And like the first one, I fall asleep on it every time I watch it, even though it's more brutal than the second one. I think the second one's still good, but I like the second one more for some reason. I don't know why. I think I love the setting of the trailer park and how dark it was. It was like what 4 or 5 in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning, and it was like no one at this trailer park. So the setting was great, and then the girl kept coming to the door like, "Is Tamara there?" And they didn't show who she was, and I'm just like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And she walked away, and then she come back again. Is Tamara there? And they're like, whoa, didn't you just like come over here and just?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but when she got it with the shotgun, man, because see, in the beginning, her brother was like, kind of pussed out and didn't want to shoot her. You know what I'm saying? She's like, shoot him, shoot her. And so she had that shotgun in the sheriff truck. And when Dollface went to go in there, that's what the name of the killer was. When she tried to come at Bailey Madison, she fucking got that gun and then you could see the hesitation of Dollface. Like she literally paused and just looked like, oh shit, she's really gonna shoot me. I love that.
That is like a movie I can't. Strangers Pray at Night. I still haven't seen,
Are
which
you
I know.
serious? And I
I
just
know.
spoiled
No,
some of it. Oh shit! I'm so
no, no,
sorry.
it's okay. I wasn't really listening,
Okay.
but that camp, that little resort up in Keddie, California, that it is based on, the Keddie
Mhm.
cabin murders,
Yes.
that's still standing and it's abandoned. I
Wow.
Whoa.
always wanted to go there because it's
Okay.
this resort with some abandoned cabins, and well, they knocked the cabin down where the murder took place, but still.
But you
Anyway,
also you also went to where they filmed Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember that you had shared pictures of that, right? You had went there. What tell us some of
yeah.
the places, that you went to. You tell everyone on the show here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I went to all of the Nightmare on Elm Street film locations in LA, also the Halloween film locations in LA. I'm trying to think of what else. The Insidious house is a really cool one.
Really? Is that on the West Coast as well?
Yeah, it's in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, God, there's so many. You know what? I kind of had to take a little bit of a break visiting film locations this year when I decided to aggressively watch so many horror movies.
How come you're doing that again? Why are you watching so many horror movies? Is the
I, d-
challenge?
I don't. I honestly don't even know. And what's so crazy is that I wanted to get to a top 100 movies, but now I've passed that. So
Really?
I'm like, what do I do? And I still have so many to watch that I don't even. The whole point was to get to a top 100 movies, but I'm past 100, and I just like at this point I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep watching
Are you
the
like
rest.
writing in like any like reviews or anything, or do you journal like
I'm about to say,
what
are you putting
like?
any of the reviews on your blog that you do?
Yeah, you've watched a lot of movies.
No, I'm just sharing my recommendations every
Okay.
once.
I like that
Oh,
though because like you interviewed the actor. I can't think of his name offhand, but that movie Don't Breathe that I really liked. That was set in Detroit.
yeah.
The guy that was blind. What was the actor's name?
Um, Steven something.
Yep, and I remember you had interviewed him, and also didn't you interview like the filmmakers and that whatnot of the movie?
Yes, also the directors. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. Let's look. What is his name? Oh, Stephen Lang.
Yes. Such a great what I
Stephen
loved
Lang.
about that movie is you could totally see that. Like the guy he didn't really snap until like had that tragic loss in his life and then he just really snapped. You know what I mean? And plus he was alone in that house, so you could feel his pain. But I mean, yeah, he kind of really went off the deep end towards the end, but I could see why he was feeling the way he was feeling. He just felt lost. You know what I mean? He was in this house by himself. He lost his kid and he's blind on top of that. So it was just like you never really seen that in a horror movie. You didn't see. So I really like that take on it. The second one was decent, but it definitely didn't beat the original. You know what I mean? Same thing with Hills of Eyes. I love the 70s version with Wes Craven's version of it. The remake, first one was good. Second one was just a rehash, trying to repeat and make the other one gorier than the first one. You know what I mean? Like, because Wes Craven, he's such a master of his craft. Rest in peace for one of the greatest. But when he did Scream, he did, and who can make Nightmare on Elm Street and then totally turn the genre upside down and do Scream? You know what I mean? Like him and Kevin Williamson, I believe it is, that did Dawson's Creek. For them to get together and do that, it just was amazing because he was able to turn that upside down. Have you ever thought about like writing your own like script or movie or anything?
I have, and I toy with it a lot. I
Okay.
do think it would be cool. I mean, I watch a lot. I feel like I'm informed in the horror space, but
I think you could do it. That's why I mentioned it is because I think you could do it. What was that guy's name on The Office that did the movie was it The Quiet? Remember about the world and
John Krasinski.
yeah, John Krasinski. It was The Quiet, something Quiet
Oh,
one.
Quiet Place. Quiet Place.
Quiet
Yeah.
Place. I love did you remember The Quiet Place, right?
Oh,
What? Okay, so John Krasinski from The Office was this little nerdy dude. He's actually married to Mindy Kaling in real life, I think. I might have it mixed up with someone,
No,
but
no, he's married to Emily Blunt, and
Emily Blunt. Yes, he's
didn't they
married.
meet on that? Did
Huh?
they meet on that movie, or were they? I thought
I
they
haven't been
they were
able
on
to
that movie.
find that out yet. I'm gonna find out. But I love the
I'm
first
looking
one.
it up right now.
Yeah. I love the first one. The second one was good. They were talking about doing a third one, but they haven't done it, and I hope they don't, because sometimes if you just
Movies need to just
you gotta let them,
end the
you
way
gotta let
they
them and let
end.
them breathe.
Yeah.
Like
But
Evil Dead.
nowadays, though, people are making so many. I don't even think they need to make another Evil Dead except for that second one.
Well, this last one though, Evil Dead Rise, was really good because
It didn't need to be made. I like that
I
other
liked
one.
it. I
You
so
didn't like it?
she didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was great because you
I think
very
it's just some things just don't have to always be made. I think that was just a little stretch to get some more money.
yes, but what I liked about it though is you very rarely see kids become like bloody victims in a horror movie. You don't see that. That's like a rule. Like you didn't see Michael killing kids until like the reboot that they did, and you didn't
That's
see
true.
Jason kill kids. Even though in like part 6 Jason lives, they give you that illusion that he's coming in the cabin. He's like, looking over. All these kids are in the bed and they're just like under their beds freaking out, and Jason just stood there and just breathing, and then he walks out. Because he didn't break that boundary. But now Evil Dead Rise, to see like the brother turn and then the sister turn, and I just was like, that was different. You don't see that in a horror movie often.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true.
I'm so glad the Zoom hasn't cut out on us this time.
Oh yeah, good. I was just about to say, so because I can't even narrow it down to 50 or 100 at this point, I've
Yeah.
done a top 6.
Okay.
They're my top 6.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In this order, starting with number 1, Talk to Me.
I've heard of that.
Number 1.
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you have to see it. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really messed up and it's really dark. It's so good. I'll just tell you the story. So this is very interesting. How the movie came to be is very, very, very interesting. So we were talking about Ari Aster before, some of his movies, Hereditary, Midsummer. So at Sundance earlier this year, Ari Aster approached the guys at A24, the film company
that did Pearl and Maxine, and yep.
They said, you have to watch this movie. He said, you have to watch this movie, Talk to Me. It's by these YouTubers, these brothers, the Philippou brothers, Danny and Michael Philippou.
Okay.
They have no feature film experience at all, but they shot this thing in like a record amount of time. Apparently they were just moving super quickly. And the only showing was a midnight showing. And so Ari Aster said, you need to get your entire team here to watch this movie. Everybody was really pissed. They did not want to go to a midnight showing.
Right.
They all came out of it with more solidarity than they've ever had as a team for a single movie.
Really?
So A24 actually bought it after it was completely finished. They did nothing. They just put their stamp on it, which is really rare. They don't do that. So it's really, really good. I feel like these brothers probably now have A24 wrapped around their finger like Ari Aster does.
Wow.
So what's number?
They're young. They're like early 30s.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed.
So that shows you though, like goes back to the question I asked about you writing something. You could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not old. You know what I'm saying? You're never too old really to write. Look at Stephen King. The guy's fucking 100 million years old, and he's still killing it.
Creeping stuff.
He is.
What's your other 5? What's the other 5?
Okay, so number 1 was Talk to Me. Number 2, Infinity Pool.
Okay.
Heard of that? Haven't seen it yet.
Really good. Really fucked up. Number 3, Evil Dead Rise.
Of course. Yes.
Number, Kathy's gonna like this one too. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Loved it. I loved it. I think I gave it a B-, and you gave it a C.
I did. I gave it a C.
Yeah, I think a B-.
I loved it.
I
thought
loved
was
it.
so good.
What's the 5th one? No, 6th. No, what's that final one? Yeah.
Fifth is Megan.
Megan.
Oh, that was great.
Megan was great.
Great. I
Surprised
love that.
the shit out of me, honestly, because I thought it was going to be like
I can't
another
wait for the
Child's
sequel
Play.
because that one can do a sequel.
Yeah, but it
That
also.
one can.
But here's the thing with Megan. When I saw it at first, I was like, "Oh shit, here we go with another fucking reboot of Child's Play." But now it's just the female as the puppet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, not to be like sounded like that, but I just was like, okay, there's nothing gonna be new here. But then I saw it and I was like,
that was completely new.
It was new.
I loved it.
It
that
was new.
Excellent. To me,
Yeah.
that was excellent because I can see how that could easily happen though. Like
Yeah.
I see that actually being the future. Honestly.
well, it is the future. They're putting robots and everything. I guarantee you,
Yeah.
because you're on the West Coast, I'm sure you see it. They're putting animatronics and a lot of stuff out there now.
They are like what?
You didn't know that?
No. What do you
Families are
mean?
buying like
Remember, like the
Remember,
Jetsons
like,
when they had Rosie as
yeah,
the housekeeper and
these
stuff like that?
rich people over there in
And
California,
yeah, there's people are starting to literally get like human like
they're
robots
as their servants.
as yeah.
Yeah, they're buying it. It's a big thing. They've been
Yep.
talking about it. That's what the whole acting part of it was about AI and how they didn't want their likeness on there without their permission, as we know. But also it was because how they were replacing the actors
Yep.
with robots.
Yep, they're
Eventually,
taking their voice. Like, let's say they want to do a trilogy or something. They just need your voice one
all
time,
they
and they
need.
can make a whole script using your voice and putting it into a human like
And you didn't give
robot
them
actor
permission to do
thing.
it, and they can take it without
And that's
your.
what some of
Yep.
the whole strike was too
Yep.
about. Some of the strike was about for the
Yep.
writers.
And
I know all of that. I just didn't know there were actual robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Yep.
artificial intelligence. They are buying them. There's a lot of, I mean, they're probably really super expensive, I'm sure. But they're
But
definitely
eventually it'll work its way down like it did
Oh
the
yeah,
phone,
like the flat screen
cell
TV.
phone,
Like
and
look at the flat screen TVs are like a fucking
and the camera
$100.
systems.
So right now they're probably like, I don't know, 50,000, 150,000 or something. They're way up there, I guarantee it.
That's
And
true.
then eventually they're gonna drop down to like, hey, you can get your artificial intelligence servant for $1,000.
Yeah.
And then it's, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like
It would not surprise me, not at all.
oh, they're definitely doing it because they're so not to switch that up a little bit, but McDonald's, for example, people was like, oh, we want $15 an hour and blah blah blah, before COVID happened. And Germany said so they got a company in Germany, I believe it was, to make a burger with a robot, and the robot has a crane arm. And it's literally putting the toppings and the pickles and the lettuce and all.
They just couldn't get it up
but
to
they
speed.
they can't get it up to speed yet. As soon as they get that thing up to speed, oh,
Humans are gonna be gone.
they're gonna totally revolutionize
Yeah.
and get rid
Because
of.
right now, I guess they say it's at 10 minutes,
Yeah, it's
and
like
they can't
yeah.
get it to move faster. Once they get that efficiency, then
Yeah, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do it at the factory I work at too, because when I started there was like 75 machines roughly, maybe 100. Now there's probably like double that. And they literally took down one of the walls and tore down
But I
the
believe
aisles to
that,
put
though.
more machines in there.
Ooh, honey, we gotta look at the time.
Oh yeah, we're getting close towards that end.
Yes,
We're gonna
just
do
now
a
looking at the time.
we're gonna do a lightning round with you, and this has been look. First off, we gotta get where is the golf clap here?
He's gotta find the golf.
I
clap.
gotta find the. Give it up for Cody Loves Horror, everyone. Yes. Oh, thank you. But no, we do a lightning round where we just pretty much ask a bunch of random questions.
Random stuff.
And you just off the top think of whatever you think of and just spit it out. So here we go and go.
Favorite pizza.
um, cheese. Just cheese.
DC or Marvel?
What?
DC or Marvel?
Oh, I don't do comic things.
Okay.
At all.
I like that answer because I'm not neither. Favorite
No.
toothpaste. Favorite toothpaste.
Favorite toothpaste? Crest.
Yeah.
Favorite Stephen King
Okay.
movie and favorite Stephen King book?
Favorite Stephen King book would be Pet Cemetery.
Ooh,
yes.
great movie.
But you know what? I favorite movie I think it would be Doctor Sleep.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love Doctor Sleep.
You?
Favorite book.
She just
Favorite
said Dr.
book.
Sleep.
No, my favorite book of all time is any
Oh,
book.
okay.
So anything by Ken Follett, I'll just say Pillars of the Earth.
Okay,
But
cool.
it's really like all of his books.
Favorite type of music.
Rock music.
Alrighty.
Who's your favorite all-time comedian?
Oh, favorite all-time comedian.
Could be here or no longer here with us.
So, God, like Adam Sandler popped into my head, but
Okay.
I don't even know if that's really.
He is a comedian.
He is a comedian. He's funny.
I know. I don't know. Maybe I'll go with Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
good,
I like
good,
Will
good,
Ferrell.
good.
You?
That's a good favorite color.
Blue.
Nice.
If you could write a horror film about something, what would it be about? What would you want to write about?
That's a good question. I don't know what I would want. What I would want to do
Mhm.
is I would want to take do a ton of research where I watched all my favorite horror movies and I wrote down at like everything that worked, everything that didn't, and then
Ooh.
tried to sort of
Mm.
like use that to influence myself. But I don't.
Nice.
As far as a specific narrative, I have no idea.
But that's still great though.
That
I
is.
like that. I like that. Favorite food.
favorite food. Sushi.
Oh, I love sushi.
First horror movie you remember watching as a kid?
Night of the Living Dead. That's easy.
Yes.
All
Hold
right.
on. With that, that was a great answer because I actually wore that shirt today at work, the Night of the Living Dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well, with that,
we want to say thank you so much first off and foremost.
thank you for coming back.
We're
Thank
glad we
you.
got to get the interview and it didn't cut out because I kept going like this, looking at the time. I'm like, okay, it's not
Nope.
going to cut out. So let everybody know where your website is, where they can find you on your social media handles, and definitely let them know what's coming up.
Yeah, so my website is CODYLovesHorror.com, and my Instagram is at CODYLovesHorror. I also have a Threads that I don't really.
You haven't done the
I
Threads yet.
I used for the first month, and it's the same handle, and then the same with TikTok. Like I have a Threads and a TikTok, same at CODYLovesHorror, but I don't really use. I pretty much only use Instagram.
Okay. Well, stick
Alrighty.
around for a sec. We're going to get a couple little, snapshots, of us on the show. But we're about to wrap it up, y'all. We appreciate every single one of you listening to the show, man. We're like, I don't even know, 18 episodes in now?
Yep.
Is it like 18 episodes?
Yeah.
It's up there. So shout out to all of you, man, for hanging out with us. Thank you for standing by with the technical difficulties. We're still learning this, but I'm telling you right now, mark my words. When I get this video production class done and video editing and on-field learning that I'm about to do on January 7th, it's about to be on like Donkey Kong. That's all I can say. And with that,
Thank you so much for
we'll
tuning
see you
in.
next week with another episode of Talking Nude. Good night, everyone.
There's like a spider that ran across my desk.
Yeah, what? That's right, we're just...
Talking Nude. Good night, everybody.
That's what we do when we're sitting here live in the studio. We just be.
Talking Nude.
We had Cody Loves Horror on tonight, and we were all just.
Talking Nude.
Wouldn't it be great if we all had just kimono robies, watch Karate Kid, and just be.
Talking Nude.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Have a good night.
everyone. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
I'm so sorry. I thought that you guys were done.